All right, this is the last podcast for this particular chapter, section 3-3, part 3, cycles of matter. The last cycle that we need to talk about is called the phosphorus cycle. Phosphorus is important to living organisms because it forms part of DNA and RNA. And DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid, RNA is ribonucleic acid, and these two components are very important. We'll talk about them when we talk about genetics, and they're important because they are the codes that are going to make the proteins that our body needs. Phosphorus is not very common in the biosphere. It's mostly on land in rock and soil minerals, or it is found in ocean sediment. One key thing to remember about phosphorus is that it does not enter the atmosphere. So no atmosphere. Remember when we talked about the carbon cycle and the nitrogen cycle, the atmosphere played a role in those two particular nutrient cycles. But once again, no atmosphere involvement when it comes to the phosphorus cycle. Phosphorus only cycles through the land. As the rocks wear down, phosphate washes into rivers and streams where it dissolves and eventually will make its way into the ocean. How does the cycle work? The phosphate that stays on land cycles between organisms and the soil. Plants absorb phosphate from the soil or from water and then bind the phosphate into organic compounds. So what happens is the phosphate has to attach to other organic compounds. Then what happens is we as consumers are going to eat the producers which have absorbed the phosphate, and that's how we get phosphate into our system or any of the other consumers. So once again, we have to eat producers in order to get phosphate into our system. The last part of the notes deals with nutrient limitation. Primary productivity is the rate at which organic matter is created by producers. And what this means is how much grass is grown, how much algae is grown, how much of any of the producers, whether it's corn or any type of plant, how much of that is created. That's what primary productivity is.